Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of your friends. In today's episode, we get really annoyed with a rat in Battlefield 3, we play a deadly game of fetch in Huntdown, and we discover what they really put in burgers in Grand Theft Auto 5. As always, if you think you know of a detail that I'm yet to cover, then the best places to let me know are in the comment section or on my social media accounts. The links, as always, are in the description. Oh, and leaving a like on any of my videos always makes me happy. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So let's begin with Titanfall 2. I think I'm going to stop calling Titanfall 2 underrated, because it seems that everyone agrees that it's a really good game, which is the exact opposite of what underrated means. A large part of what made Titanfall 2 so good was the excellent single player campaign, and it's in the campaign that we can find our first detail. During the Into the Abyss level, you take a shortcut through the World Foundry to try and track down Major Anderson. Things soon go wrong though, as your Titan BT is captured, forcing you to head deeper into the complex. Making things even tougher is Ash, a cyborg mercenary who is in charge of the facility. The thing is, like all good villains, Ash thinks she has what it takes to beat you in combat. So much so that she even does this.
Impressive, pilot. You made it all this way alive. Unfortunately for you, there is only one way out. Step onto the moving platform. Step onto the moving platform, pilot. There is only one way out, pilot. Please, step onto the platform below. There is only one way out. I will hold the platform for you if you require more time. Well done, pilot. I will take it from here.
So Ash asked you to step onto a moving platform. However, if you ignored her instructions, she would kindly place a platform at your feet, leaving you with no choice but to hop on. Now, this next detail is pretty small, and if I'm honest, not that rare of a sight in video games. In fact, if you've played Call of Duty Zombies at any point in your life, this one will be pretty familiar. Still, I think it's pretty cool. If you destroy the legs of one of the robot enemies in the game, they will do this. So it turns out the robots are pretty persistent and will continue to crawl after you even after losing their legs. I don't know what it is about this one, but I actually find this pretty unsettling. The final detail from Titanfall 2 once again involves our buddy Ash. When we finally come face to face with Ash, she wastes no time in trying to take us down. Well, if Ash's hostile behaviour causes you to panic, you may want to think about using your core ability. Think of it as an ultimate. Well, if you use your core early on in the fight, Ash will say this.
A core so soon, pilot. You scared too easily.
So Ash will mock you for using your core so soon, claiming that you're scared. I mean, if I'm honest, it's not the first time a woman's mocked me for using my ultimate too soon. So this next game is a real blast from the past. It seems like only yesterday that a young Captain Eggcellent and his friends would load up Operation Metro and unload countless rounds of ammunition in the general direction of anything that looked like an enemy. The thing is, the multiplayer in Battlefield 3 was so damn good that I never actually completed the campaign. In fact, it was only last week that I did so, and that was because I needed to record this detail. On the Uprising mission, you have to crawl your way through some pipes to avoid the patrolling enemy. Things are going well until this happens.
The PLR is reaching out with Titanfall to all American soldiers.
So unless you have the slowest reactions of all time, the chances are that you were never killed because of this rat. If the rat did cause your untimely demise, then at least you got some sort of revenge by giving it the finger. Next up is a game that I didn't even know existed until last week. Huntdown is a side-scrolling 2D shooter developed by Easy Trigger Games. In Huntdown, you take on the role of one of 3 bounty hunters who must take on the criminal underworld one bounty at a time. Now, these kind of games aren't usually my thing, mainly because I'm pretty bad at them. But there's something about Huntdown that keeps me coming back for more. Perhaps it's the countless movie references, and don't worry, there's a video coming on those soon, or perhaps it's some of the really charming details I found whilst playing. Well, I say charming. The first detail involves blowing up a dog, the best of all the animals. But they are evil dogs, so that makes it okay, I think. Anyway, if you throw a grenade at a dog, they will do this.
Here you go! Next time wear a leash. I'm a cat person.
So the dogs seem to lose their killer instinct for a moment and think that it's time for an impromptu game of fetch. Spoiler alert, it's not. The next detail from Huntdown can be seen in the game's very first mission. As you make your way through the level, you come to a door where a group of police officers wait for you to make your move. Well, if you decide to keep them waiting, several lines of hidden dialogue can be heard.
You want to be my guest taking the door down, bounty hunter? Kick in the door! Kick the door in! Reach the door, bounty hunter! Yes, that's you I'm talking to! Bloody bounty hunters earning more than me! Bounty hunter is so slow they get hit by parked cars!
Have fun while it lasts.
So this next detail probably isn't classed as a detail, more of an Easter egg, but I've had it recorded for ages now, and now seems the right time to share it. If you visit the merchant in Bayonetta, there is a chance that he will say this.
Hey, check this out. What are you buying? Heard that in a game once.
So that was of course a reference to the merchant from Resident Evil 4.
What are you buying?
Oh, and don't forget that our boy Duke also referenced the line in Resident Evil Village.
What are you buying? Just something an old friend of mine used to say.
So to end today's video, let's take our customary look at Grand Theft Auto 5. First up is an example of why Trevor Phillips is loved by so many, despite being a psychopath. During the Crystal Maze mission, Trevor learns that a prospective business partner has chosen to do business with Trevor's rivals, the O'Neill brothers. Trevor is understandably peeved at this turn of events and invites the O'Neills for a cup of tea and a chat to discuss his grievances. Okay, who am I kidding? Of course he doesn't. Trevor loses it and sets off to deal with the O'Neills once and for all. So annoyed is Trevor that when you get into a car, he will do this.
This music's all fucking wrong! That's what I'm looking for!
So Trevor will change the radio station to Channel X, presumably to hype himself up for what he's about to do. So for this final detail, if you happen to be eating any meat related products, you may want to put those down, or at the very least, just have a quick look at what you're actually eating. During the fresh meat mission, Franklin has to rescue Michael from the Triads, who are keen on introducing Michael to their new mincer. Well, after saving Michael's bacon, I'm sure there's a pun in there somewhere, if you take a closer look at some of the boxes in the factory, you'll notice there seem to be different grades of meat available. For example, we have grade B meat, which is apparently supermarket quality, grade C meat, which is deli store quality, and finally we have grade E meat, which is apparently fast food quality, with this particular box destined for a burger shop. Now, I don't know what the difference between grade E and grade B meat is, and to be honest, I hope I never find out. So that's it. As mentioned, if you know of any Easter eggs, secrets or details that I'm yet to cover, then the best places to let me know are in the comment section or on my social media accounts, the links to which are in the description. Remember, if you are a fan of Easter eggs, secrets and tiny details in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. A big thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.